listeners around the globe. I am your host, Afshan Hashmi, broadcasting live on 15 February 2015. My friends and clients call me America's expert. To know more about me, please visit my website www.drafshanhashmi.com. Viewers, if you have questions, please send me through the comment section and all your questions will be answered to the best of my knowledge. Today's show is Pro Lucknow through the lens of Shanmi. This show is dedicated to my maternal grandma, Professor Abdul Alim, a very freedom fighter of India, and maternal grandma, Begum Ismat, who both lived in Lucknow during their early life. That professor is and my mom, Jamila, the famous biochemist as well as philanthropist who left for Demi Abbott. This show is also dedicated to my aunt Walima, who is like a mother to me, and my Sheikh Muhammad Hashim, and my cousin brother Asif, who left for the heavenly abode, and my beautiful and wonderful cousins Shazma and Nabila, my Hashim uncle's brother Sheikh Muhammad Arif, my Arif uncle who is a very famous entrepreneur of India, and his wife Farzana auntie, as well as their wonderful daughter Zeba, my friend and cousin, who has supplied many of the objects displayed in this show besides my own personal collection. I salute you all for touching my life in a very positive manner and feel very proud that you all are royalty and rich and famous not only in India but worldwide. I remember all the beautiful memories I have with you all. Adab and Adab is the greeting in true Lucknow style from the land of kings, queens, and rich and famous. Adab is similar to giving salam. It means bless you in Lucknow and many parts of India. Muslims give adab instead of saying salam. Let's start the show with a song from Lucknow from movie Chaudhry Ka Chand is a 1960 Hindi film directed by Mohammad Saad, a production Gurudas. ये लखनऊ की सरजमीन sung by Mohammad Rafi, music by Ravi. Enjoy the song friends. ये लखनऊ की सरजमीन 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 ये रंग रूप का यमन ये हुस्न इश्क का वतन यही तो वो मकाम है यहाँ अवध की शाम है जमा जमा हसीन ये लखनऊ की सरजमीन ये लखनऊ की सरजमीन इल्म का नगर है मंजिलों की गोद में यहाँ हर एक राह ये शहर लालाजाब है यहाँ दिलों में प्यार है जिधर नजर उठा गली गली है नाली, ये लखनऊ की सरजमी, लखनऊ की सरजमी। यहाँ की सब रवायतें अजब शानदार है, और अहले यहाँ ये निसार है। हर एक शाख पर यहाँ है बुलबुलों के कहे, गली गली में जिंदगी कदम कदम से बहते हैं। हर एक नजारा दिल नशी, ये लखनऊ की सरजमी, ये लखनऊ की सरजमी। यहाँ के दोस्त मोहब्बतों से आशना, किसी के हो गए अगर रहे उसी के उम्र भर। भाई अपनी भी बढ़ाई दिल की शान भी है, समहर भी कहो तो दे के जान भी, जो दोस्ती का हो यकीन। ये लखनऊ की सरजमी, ये लखनऊ की सरजमी, ये लखनऊ की सरजमी। The set in the background, friends, depicts the culture. Depicts the culture of Lucknow during royal times, where you will see hookah, chests, clothes, royal-style cooking utensils put on a burner used in those times, pandan or betel leaf box, khasdan where betel leaves were kept, and other small box where betel leaves male and female royalty carried with them. Also shown is royal times batua or a small bag to put scent in it when girl used to get married, and I got one when I got married. Also seen Itr or scent, clothes of true royalty, rich and famous style of Lucknow. So many rich and famous of today's Lucknow have things which are shown here. This show displays the royal lifestyle of Lucknow for my viewers, especially on this show. I love Lucknow and have visited it many times in India. It is the capital of the state of Uttar Pradesh. Lucknow has been always known for its Nawabs or king's culture and cuisine. Nawab means in Urdu honorific title ratified and bestowed by the reigning Mughal emperor to semi-autonomous Muslim rulers of princely states in South Asia. Nawab usually refers to males. The female equivalent is Nawab Begum. The primary duty of a Nawab was to uphold the sovereignty of the Mughal emperor along with the administration of a certain province. Lucknow flourished with the power of Nawabs as an intellectual and art center the 18th and 19th centuries. It is also known as the Golden City of East, Shiraz-e-Hind, Constantinople of the East, and the city of Nawab. Lucknow society is very famous for its etiquette and tradition, which has attained a rare degree of sophistication, be it the cultural charm or the architectural wonders. Everything is well conserved here to make Lucknow a very unique in many ways. People from Lucknow are one of the most cultured people known in the world. Lucknow is, according to one legend, named after Lakshmana, a hero of the ancient Hindu epic Ramayana. Lucknow is the anglicized spelling of the local pronunciation Lucknow. The legend states that Lakshman had a palace or an estate in the area which was called Lakshmanpura, meaning Lakshman city. The settlement came to be known as Lakhanpur or Lakshmanpur by the 11th century and later Lucknow. There is another story that Lucknow was named after a very influential architect called Lakhan Ahir, who planned and built the fort Qila Lakhan. The Qila Lakhan later became Lucknow. The Gomti River, Lucknow's chief geographical feature, divides it into the Trans-Gomti and Cis-Gomti regions. Lucknow became a prominent provincial capital and commercial center when political events in the Mughal capital of Delhi led to the migration of many to Awadh. Awadh, also known in Sanskrit as Awadh and by its anglicized form Oudh or Oud, geographically, militarily, and politically restrained by the English East India Company. Awadh rulers turned to artistic pursuits. Lucknow and parts of the Awadh region from 1350 onwards were ruled by the Delhi Sultanate, Cherkis Sultanate, Mughal Empire, Nawabs of Awadh, the British East India Company, and the British Raj. Lucknow was one of the major centers of the Indian Rebellion of 1857 and actively participated in India's independence movement, emerging as a strategically important North Indian city. Until 1719, the Suba of Oudh was a province of the Mughal Empire administered by a governor appointed by the Emperor. Persian adventurer Sadat Khan, also known as Burhanul Mulk, was appointed Nizam of Awadh in 1722 and established his court in Faizabad near Lucknow. For about 84 years, from 1394 to 1478, Awadh was part of the Shakti Sultanate Kanpur. Emperor Humayun made it a part of the Mughal Empire around 1565. Emperor Jahangir 1569 to 1627 granted an estate in Awadh to a favored nobleman, Sheikh Abdul Rahim, who later built Machi Bhavan on the estate. It later became the seat of power from where his descendants, the Sheikzadas, controlled the region. The Nawabs of Lucknow. In reality, the Nawabs of Awadh acquired the name after the reign of the third Nawab when Lucknow became their capital. The city became North India's cultural capital, and its Nawabs, best remembered for their refined and extravagant lifestyles, were patrons of the arts. Under them, music and dance flourished, and construction of numerous monuments took place. Of the monuments standing today, the Bada Imambara, the Chota Imambara, and the Rumi Darwaza are notable examples. One of the Nawab's enduring legacies is the region's Hindu-Muslim culture that has come to be known as the Ganga-Jamuni Tehzeeb. Many independent kingdoms, such as Awadh, were established as the Mughal Empire disintegrated. The third Nawab Shuja-ud-Dawla fell out with the British after aiding the fugitive Nawab of Bengal, meanwhile roundly defeated at the Battle of Bukhara. The East Company, he was forced to pay heavy penalties and surrender parts of his territory. Awadh's capital, Lucknow, rose to prominence when Asif-ud-Daula, the fourth Nawab, shifted his court to the city from Hyderabad in 1775. The British appointed a resident in 1773 and over time gained control of more territory and authority in the state. They were, however, disinclined to capture Awadh outright and came face to face with the Maratha Empire and the remnants of the Mughal Empire. In 1798, the fifth Nawab Wazir Ali Khan alienated both his people and the British and was forced to step down. The British then helped Sadat Ali Khan take the throne. He, in a treaty of 1801, yielded half of Awadh to the East India Company while also agreeing to disperse his own troops in favor of a hugely expensive British-controlled army. This treaty effectively made the state of Awadh a vessel of the East India Company, although it continued to be part of the Mughal Empire in name until 1890. The Treaty of 1801 proved a beneficial arrangement for the East India Company as they gained access to Awadh's vast treasures. The Nawabs were ceremonial kings with little influence over matters of state. By the mid-19th century, however, the British demanded direct control over Awadh. In 1856, the East India Company first moved its troops to the border, then annexed the state under the doctrine of lapse. Awadh was placed under a chief commissioner, Sir Henry Lawrence. Wajid Ali Shah, the then Nawab, was imprisoned, then exiled by the East India Company to Calcutta. In the subsequent Indian Rebellion of 1857, his 14-year-old son, Birjit Qadra, whose mother was Begum Hazrat Mahal, was crowned ruler but later killed. Following the rebellion's defeat, Begum Hazrat Mahal and other rebel leaders sought asylum in Nepal. During the rebellion, also known as the First War of Indian Independence and the Indian Mutiny, the majority of the East India Company's troops were recruited from both the people and nobility of Awadh. The rebels seized control of the state and it took the British 18 months to reconquer the region. During that period, the garrison based at the Presidency in Lucknow was besieged by rebel forces during the siege of Lucknow. Today, the ruins of the Residency and the Shaheed Mark offer an insight into Lucknow's role in the events of 1857. With the rebellion over, Oudh returned British governance under a chief commissioner. In 1877, the offices of Lieutenant Governor of the Northwestern Provinces and Chief Commissioner of Oudh were combined. Then in 1902, the title of Chief Commissioner was dropped with the formation of the United Provinces of Agra and Oudh, although Oudh still retained some marks of its former independence. In 1920, the government moved from Allahabad to Lucknow. Upon Indian independence in 1947, the United Provinces were reorganized into the state of Uttar Pradesh and Lucknow remains its capital. Music of Lucknow. Music and dance in Lucknow has been much influenced by the Mughal dynasty. The royal courts had some of the best dancers and musicians of Lucknow. Lucknow emerged as one of the best places to indulge in music and dance. Lucknow is famous for its collection of classical music that is called as Hindustani classical music. The famous Lucknow Gharana was created in the royal court of the Nawabs of Lucknow. This Gharana inspired many dance forms like Kathak, which is the classical dance of the north of India. Today's tradition of music and dance of Lucknow is kept alive by many lovers of culture and heritage of India. Lucknow is also the home city of eminent ghazal singer Begum Akhtar. Here I remember Putri, a student of Begum Akhtar, whom I have the honor of listening live many times. Also, here I remember my made in India, Tune Appa, who is a very good singer of Lucknow style wedding and party songs. Appa means elder sister in Hindustani language. Bollywood movies inspired by Lucknow. Lucknow has been a major influence on Bollywood, the Hindi film industry of India. पाकीज़ा song "चलो दिलदार चलो चांद के पार चलो" meaning "Oh my sweetheart, let's go beyond moon" was shot with the Gomti River in the background. Satish Ray's "शतरंज के खिलाड़ी" (1977) was also shot in Lucknow. Muzaffar Ali's "Umrao Jaan" (1981), Hindi cinema actor Rajkumar in "Mere Huzoor" (1968) shot in Lucknow, where he delivers powerfully and in full command. कौन सी ऐसे शहर में कौन सी ऐसी फिरदौस है जिसे हम नहीं जानते. Then there is the opening song of Palki 1967 sung by Mohammad Rafi for Rajinder Kumar, "ए शहरे लखनऊ तुझे मेरा सलाम है" meaning "O city of Lucknow, I greet you" in praise of the historical city. Guru Dutt shot Chaudhry Chand in 1960 in Lucknow. The movie begins by lauding Lucknow at least 5 times in the song "Ye Lucknow Ki Sarzami", meaning "This is land of Lucknow", the song which you have heard earlier, viewers. Begum Para of Mahmudabad is brought live by Madhuri Dixit in their Ishqiya. Begum Para, who is extremely beautiful, poised and graceful, meets Nasiruddin Shah, the royal poet, to dissolve into the cultural richness of the city where people of different religions have been living side by side for centuries, speaking the common language of love. Currently, Lucknow has an economic boom, and so it is one of the most important cities of India from the business point of view. Lucknow, an important center for government, education, commerce, aerospace, finance, pharmaceutical, technology, design, culture, tourism, music, and poetry. The city had a population of about 2,815,601 as released by the Census of India 2011. Some tourist destinations are Bada Imambara, Chota Imambara, Rumi Darwaza, Bhul Bhulaiya, ruins of Lucknow Residency, and museum, Husainabad Clock Tower, Ambedkar Memorial, to name a. Cuisine of Lucknow. The cuisine of Lucknow has its unique taste and style and identity. The traditional food of Lucknow was supported by the Mughals, thus giving it a very royal touch. Royal chefs gave extra flair and finesse to cook the Lucknow cuisine. The style of cooking was known as dum style. This basically means that food was cooked on low flame. It requires thorough practice and is something that was practiced by generations to come. The most famous dishes of Lucknow are kormas, kalia, nahari, kulchas, zarda, sheermal, rumali rotis, and varti parathas. It is not just the ingredients that are special, but also the way they are made and presented. The most famous of all dishes are the kebabs or the meatballs that come in different varieties. Some of the well-known varieties of kebabs are kakori kebab, shami kebab, boti kebab, patili ke kebab, gutwa kebabs, and seekh kebab. My wedding had Lucknow cuisine also. Enjoy kebab in the 100-year-old Tunde Ke Kebab Shop, the most famous outlet for choicest kebabs and non-vegetarian dishes even today. Tunda kebab is so named as it was a then specialty of a one-armed chef Murad Ali whose nickname was Tunde. This Tunde kebab is in fact incorporates about 160 spices and is a family secret. Now Tunde ke kebab has become so famous that the Tunde family has started out its chain of restaurants. Prakash Kulfi is the best Faluda kulfi from Lucknow. Kulfi is Indian dessert which is sort of ice cream made from milk. It's so good and no visit of mine to Lucknow without this tunde ke kebab and ice cream is complete. Shopping in Lucknow. There are numerous shopping places in Lucknow. Lucknow has its own share of shopping places. One would now find malls in Lucknow where people buy branded stuff, but I like to do shopping from the shopping markets in Aminabad, Hazratganj and Janpat. Lucknow is also famous for its shops of jewelry and ornaments. Right from the nose pin to the waistband, everything is available here. The jewelry pieces have beautiful work of metal ornamentation that looks splendid. Another famous type of jewelry found there is the jarau, which means jewelry in which gems are studded. Lucknow is famous for its big danglers and jhumkas. Lucknow chicken is one of the finest works of embroidery that one can find here in India. The Mughal queen Noor Jahan revived this style in India. Not just women, even men are known to wear chicken embroidery shirts and kurtas. Every pattern is unique and has its own charm. Apart from clothes, one can find chicken embroidery in many household items like bed covers, bed sheets, cushion covers, pillow covers, tablecloths, cozy or teapot cover, or table mats, to name a few. Chicken embroidery combined with crystal work and embellishments can make anyone look and feel royal and elegant. They make great, beautiful souvenirs. Lucknow is home to a number of educational and research organizations including IIM Lucknow, Central Drug Research Institute, Indian Institute of Toxicology Research, National Botanical Research Institute, Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia National Law University, Sanjay Gandhi Postgraduate Institute of Medical Sciences and King George Medical College. Educational institutions in the city include a central university, a technical university, and a large number of polytechnics, engineering institutes, and industrial training institutes. Other research organizations in the state include the Central Institute of Medicinal and Aromatic Plants, Central Food Technological Research Institute, Central Glass and Ceramic Research Institute, Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar University. Some of Uttar Pradesh major schools are located in Lucknow, including St. Francis College, Loreto Convent, Lucknow, Lama Tenure, Lucknow. This episode of my show, as you know, is called Explore Lucknow Through the Lens of Dr. Afshan Hashmi. But this is just a brief overview. I can travel with this show or exhibition worldwide with a detailed version of it. I have studied Mughal dynasty and Maharajas of kings and Nawabs of India in detail. Many of the present royalty in India are my friends. So all those art collectors and here bring the expanded version of this show anywhere you want. To know the culture and cuisine of Lucknow and or our culture in more detail, please schedule a class either online or on site with me or invite me as a speaker in your organizations or hire me to write a script for your movie or theater play in English on Lucknow and our culture. Hire me to help you to assist your Lucknow or our culture project and help you make important business relationships in Lucknow as well as whole of India. Also, hire me to organize delegation to Lucknow or any part of India. Viewers, thanks for listening, and now I sign off from this episode and see you in another episode of my show soon. Cheers and bye bye.